Greetings! We are back. Ready to dive back into Alone in the Dark. Been a been a couple weeks, but I think I can remember how to play this. So here we are on chapter 4, 8 hours in, getting our money's worth out of this game. There. Camera night. Now, what was it that we were doing?
Conby had run their car off the bridge.
That's right.
He pulled Grace out of the sinking car, but left her father to drown. He could have saved him. There was time. He just chose not to. Instead, he took Grace back to New Orleans and collected his paycheck.
Go back. Oh, we can. Just do like a full recap?
Conby never thought he'd be so happy to be back at Derceto. It felt like he had crawled through a long, dark tunnel of misery and regret.
Was this just for chapter 4?
Now that he was back, Conby could look into the steps mentioned in the contract. But there was one thing that gnawed on him. What exactly did this have to do with Dr. Gray? The two orderlies still hadn't found Jeremy. Conby figured this was good news. Emily had reminded him about some strange deaths at Derceto, and Conby wasn't sure who he could trust. McCarthy was a deadbeat. His mere presence annoyed Conby. It was like watching the worst version of himself mock him by simply being worthless. While Conby enjoyed watching the child outplay the drunkard, there was something terrifyingly familiar about Grace. It was taunting him, like he was supposed to remember, but couldn't. Dr. Gray was somehow mixed up in this business with the Dark Man, Detective Conby decided. He had to be. Either Dr. Gray was using the idea of the Dark Man to manipulate and torture Jeremy, or the Dark Man was an actual powerful being possessing Jeremy. And in that case, Dr. Gray was simply a stooge. Maybe both could be true at once. Conby felt his mind racing in all directions. No matter what, he had to find a way to break the pact. That was what Jeremy said was needed. It didn't even matter what was true or not. If Jeremy wouldn't leave Derceto before the contract was broken, then Conby had to make it happen. He just wished the steps on the contract made a little more sense. The steamboat was a hideaway that Jeremy had built over the last few days. Having seen his memories extracted and expanded into physical realms by the Dark Man, his unconscious mind had decided to take the chance that Jeremy could manifest a world in secret. A world that wasn't sanctioned by the Dark Man. Deploying his own self-deceit as a gambit against his Dark Master.
Ooh.
The Dark Man had forced Conby to face his memories of Grace and her father. How he ran him off the bridge at Pearl River and carried on to steal his child as he was drowning. He then handed Grace off to her mother because that was the job, and you don't question the job. You take the money and get drunk. As Conby slowly accepted his trauma, he started to wonder why it was his and not Jeremy's. The empty room always felt familiar. It had a mild fragrance of crushed leaves and wet sand that somehow convinced visitors that they belonged. It wasn't real, of course, but it was more real than many other things you could find. He was back in the French Quarter, his office to be exact, a place Jeremy had certainly never seen. It could only mean that the Dark Man had reached inside Edward's mind and conjured this place for him to suffer. Conby vaguely remembered the case of the missing child. She was kidnapped by her estranged father. There was some connection to a gallerist named Thornhill, a painting sold to pay for a getaway.
I feel like this one is not supposed to be here.
The kidnapper had sold a painting to Thornhill, the collector, to pay for a car and enough gas to get out of Louisiana. Detective Conby was suddenly reminded of shaking him down to find out where the kidnapper was hiding. St. George's Hotel by the park. Detective Conby didn't recognize the bridge across Pearl River. It was firmly obfuscated by trauma, events that had left Conby scarred for life. Dr. Gray had been putting Jeremy through some thorough medical investigation. He was trying to break through Jeremy's stories and get to some truth, just like Conby was. Could Dr. Gray have been trying to break the contract as well? Conby entered some new, mucky dreamland of Jeremy's, a long-abandoned steamboat aground in the bayou.
Yeah, I feel like these aren't in the order they should be.
Jeremy was calling out for help, but Conby couldn't figure out where the voice was coming from. For a moment, Conby wondered if the boat itself was Jeremy, or if he was below it somehow. It didn't matter right now. Jeremy was clear on one thing. He wanted Conby to get the steamboat running and out of the mud. Conby had run their car off the bridge. He pulled Grace out of the sinking car, but left her father to drown. He could have saved him. There was time. He just chose not to. Instead, he took Grace back to New Orleans and collected his paycheck.
Yeah, definitely those files aren't in the right order. Nevertheless, where am I going? That's a lot of locked doors. In the sitting room. Things still in his room, which would be here. Hey, Dr. Gray, a visit in his apartment. What was that?
I'm not going in there. She's clearly had enough of me.
Who had enough of you? Oh, okay. Yep. Know where I am now. There's Dr. Gray's office. Where's his apartment? What's the difference between Explored and completed. Oh, wait, there's his apartment, but servant stairs. Not super clear how we get to the servant stairs, seeing as everything's blocked off. Who's ready? Who's walking into your trap? Oh. Well, that door opened on its own. And there's the stairs. Oh, and there's Dr. Gray's apartment. Okay.
Detective, am I glad to see you. Lock the door, will you? I don't think Dr. Gray would appreciate us snooping around.
How would it
What's
matter
going
if
on
you
here?
locked the door? Surely Dr.
feels
Gray
so
has a
strange.
lock to his own house. The false book. Hello, book.
Have you found anything?
What? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some things.
Okay. Let me know if there is anything you want to talk about.
You're seeing things all right. Like, yeah. Can we talk?
You don't find this place strange?
Dorsetto is certainly one of the stranger places I've been to.
That it?
This room feels too real. Hyper real. More than anything I've ever experienced.
Okay. I don't see what you mean.
This is the realest
Forget
place
it.
I've ever been.
I gotta get back to breaking the contract. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
All right. Well, let's put the book on the shelf, I guess.
There's a book missing.
What did you do?
I was just rearranging the books.
Well, come on, let's check it out.
What do you have on your back? Oh, what's going on with the window there?
I think I'm beginning to understand. Dr. Gray is dealing with some kind of mass delusion.
What were you saying about mass delusion?
Dorsetto seems to have a deranging effect on people living close by. It has a history of creating cults devoted to some nature goddess. Even the name Dorsetto refers to the cult existing here before the Civil War. Dorsetto was the name of an ancient fertility goddess worshipped in Syria. Dr. Gray and his friends, however, seem to prefer The black goat of the woods with 1,000 young, or Shub-Nigroth. And that name can only have come from my uncle's twisted mind.
All right.
Good to finally meet you, Mr. Hartwood. I'm here on the behalf of your brother Philip. You were expecting me, weren't you?
Yes, you're from DeSoto, no?
That's right. I just wanted to ask you a few questions to see if there is anything I can do to help you and your family.
Okay.
I understand you're full of imagination. You make up a lot of things.
I suppose.
And you obsess over them, blurring reality and fiction.
Sometimes.
Do you want to tell me about the Dark Man?
No, I don't.
That's all right. Perhaps there is something else you can tell me. Something you know to be made up, but you hold dear.
Juan?
John? Who's John?
No, Juan Luis Jorge. Oh, wait there a moment. Here, take a look.
Is he... Oh, he is the author.
It's a magnificent book. Life-changing even. The real Juan is long dead, but I like to think of him as my friend. My most beloved friend.
I see. Do you often do this? Fantasize about people you read about?
No. Well, there is Jacob.
Who is Jacob?
Who's Jacob? Are we Team Jacob?
Oh, it's a newspaper article. The Prisoner of Ice, Jacob van Ostad. Is he also your beloved friend?
Oh, no, Doctor. Not at all. He is the fire that fights fire.
Yes, I think it's clear your overstimulated imagination, this mania, needs to be tempered for you to live a normal life. I know your family calls it the Hartwood Curse, but I want you to know that there is nothing supernatural about your condition. It's all inside your head. And with that, I'm very qualified to deal with. In time, you will be cured.
Ooh.
In time.
Yes, in time we will exorcise all your demons, all the dark men.
Yeah!
Please, Mr. Hartwood, calm yourself.
What happened?
Jeremy's scream
Oh,
alerted
don't
his
you worry your
niece.
little head about it, Miss Hartwood.
Wait,
Your
Emily's
uncle
here?
and I just had our first breakthrough.
That mark on the floor looks like talisman positions, but from which direction should I look at it?
The Snake Dagger, a monograph by Yael Klein. In Ludwig Prin's book on pagan rituals called The Mystery of the Grave, as translated by Nicholas Vachy, there are several references to a sacrificial dagger called the Snake Dagger. It has long been thought of as a poor translation of the original text, that it would be more appropriate with worm dagger from the Latin vermis cultrum. This seems natural following the recent consensus that the original title of Prin's book, De Vermis Mysteris, should literally translate to the mystery of the worm. However, this would take away from Vachy's great effort at translating the underlying meaning of the words and revealing several cultural beliefs. While Prin certainly was using the term worm as a symbol or synecdoche for death and the dead, which is made clear by the contents of the book, in the case of the dagger, we shouldn't be too hasty to dismiss his translation. Reading through Vachy's correspondence with his patron, it appears that he had more than just the Latin text at his disposal. Vachy had dug up Prin's living relatives and uncovered several cross-referenced historical texts and an actual snake dagger. The dagger was dated to the early Middle Kingdom of Egypt and had such a clear shape of a wave that Vachy considered calling it the sinusoidal blade. Knowing the full story, it seems prudent that he chose to translate it as snake and not worm. there are several reasons why this choice of word helps us understand the pagans that Prin's book attempts to describe. The symbolic value of the shape becomes more apparent when reading about the use for the dagger. In the passage of possession and exorcism, we find the snake dagger poisons the poisoner within the victim and is therefore pacified. Where the literal text would tell us that the worm dagger trumps the demon possessing the victim, it tells us nothing of their reasoning, only that somehow this dagger wins against the demon, like it had the better hand in poker. Vahi's translation allows us to follow the underlying logic to the ritual magic that is being performed. Poison the poisoner sounds like fighting fire with fire. That to hurt the demon possessing its victim, the priests would have to fight back with a power that is known to the evil they are fighting. The snake dagger is therefore not only a good way to describe its form, but it also helps us understand how it could be thought of as a useful tool for exorcism. Finally, it also helps us understand their relationship to lunacy, that it was thought of as something poisoning the mind rather than controlling it. What is also interesting to note is that the possessed are always considered poisoned in their head and not their heart. The snake dagger always went to the eye of the possessed, leaving them partially blind, if they had the good luck to survive.
Oh, no, 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 no. We are not putting daggers in the eyeball.
You think all of them are in this cult business? Even Jeremy?
I'm not sure any of them have a choice at this point. We just need to find a way to stop all of this.
I've been so busy trying to free your uncle from the promise he made to the Dark Man, I guess I kind of just let everything else go.
Don't worry, Detective. I feel like we're close. I'm sure Jeremy will turn up. If he is part of the cult, he wouldn't want to miss the Feast of St. John. I just need enough information to make him see the truth.
I hope you're right, but I doubt he'll show up. Not as long as the Dark Man's got him hiding.
I am not seeing anything else in here to interact with. Got this closet here, but it's locked. Symbols here, but what do we have here? Aha! The furniture key.
Huh. Has that been there this whole time?
I wish this would just use tank controls. What was that? Oh.
Hello?
Detective Conby?
Who is this? Jeremy?
Jeremy is with the Dark Man. You can't save him.
Well, I've done everything he wanted so far, and there's just one more thing on the list. I expect him to keep his promise and return Jeremy. unharmed.
Get out, detective, while you still can.
Well then. Okay, so the symbols on the floor must align with that. That one. Oh, we have the sacrificial dagger. Where did we get that? Found. Oh, we got that in the temple. Alright, so I guess circles come up from the bow tie and face the planet with rings around. Oh, what are you? Ah,
Hey.
ah. Yeah, no, we've already seen all this.
You okay? You look a little frazzled.
Just stupid telephone.
I know. I tried calling the
Oh.
police earlier. The telephone is completely dead.
It's not... Yeah, no, the telephone isn't working.
All right. Well, there's a door to a.
Miss Hartwood, I think you're gonna
Pocket
want to see
dimension.
this.
Is there something in the closet?
Yeah, there is. You don't see the very obvious gate leading to whatever Jeremy's madness is serving up next?
I don't understand. Are you making some kind of fashion metaphor? I'm sorry, I don't have time for this. Can you just tell me what you're doing?
You don't see this. It's fine. It's fine. Catch you later.
Are you going inside the closet?
Yeah. You got a problem with that?
No. Do what you think is right, detective.
Sorry.
What?
I
You're not
didn't mean
gonna watch?
to. Goodbye, Miss Hartwood.
We're on a boat. On a cold boat. Just got an achievement. It says enter hell. That's, not great. Flare gun.
We found the ancient Stellarium perched on a cliff facing the Arctic Ocean after a day of sailing due north of the Eskimo encampment. Jacob van Oostad was our most keen member of the expedition. He had been chasing down the source of a peculiar type of crystallized metal present in several sacred items among the natives on the northeast coast of Greenland. The site was a remarkable find for any explorer, and we were all enraptured in our search for enlightenment and meaning. The surviving architecture seemed almost unearthly in origin and astonishingly sophisticated. The metal Jacob was searching for was abundant, almost ubiquitous. We were so taken by our find that we were surprised by the sun falling below the horizon. As we quickly picked up our gear, ready to head back to our camp, Jacob van Oostad declared that he wanted to stay. He was adamant. We begged him to reconsider. The night would be getting colder by the hour, and we feared for all our safety. Jacob refused, threatening us with violence if we wouldn't leave him alone. As the snowfall turned heavier, we left him there on his own. The next day, the weather became worse, and we had to spend hours enforcing our shelter as our tents became increasingly useless. The group had written off Jacob, thinking he must be dead. I had an urge to make one final attempt to save him, so I headed out as darkness fell with a handful of flares and headed toward the coast and up the climb towards the Stellarium. That's when I saw him, transfixed by a burning sky, that celestial lantern. Jacob keeled over and let out a painful shriek that struck me with such fear and pity. He was crying in agony, for the cold weather had ravaged his flesh. I called out to him, and he turned to face me. His vacant stare held me in place like a needle through a butterfly, and he said, "You must leave now, Herstan. Go, and never come back." And so I left.
Probably a good life choice. I haven't had one of you in a while. Thanks, Mr. Ninja.
Game! Beachroller wins!
Up here. Just as you were about to say something. What were you about to say, Mr. Ninja? We're getting too cold, my controller's shaking. In the form of the got good news. So, now I've told you about breakfast pizza, right? Good. Okay, so the gas station chain up here that really popularized the concept, and really popularized the concept of gas station pizza in general, just spent like $1 billion buying a chain of Texas gas stations. Which means that I would imagine sometime in the near future, you are going to be seeing Casey's General Stores in your neck of the woods. And by association, you will be privy to the wonder that is Casey's Pizza. You'll fuck it up. Well, let's see. Got a big mountain there. Around it? Not that way. How's Mr. Ninja been? How's the last week gone for you? They bought, trying to hang in there. Casey's bought Cefco. I don't know what Cefco is. C-E-F-C-O. They bought 150 of them down in Texas. I don't think that's... Yeah, it says... I think one of the headlines said Southern Texas, which is weird. You'd think they would start north and work their way down. Alright, let's head towards the mountain. I feel like Carnby is not appropriately dressed. Here's Cefco is 3 hours. Jesus! 3 hours? Forget how big Texas is. Like, there is literally nothing in my state that is 3 hours away. Ah, there's the next. Dallas from Ura takes 6 hours to get to, yeah. You know, they keep giving us boxes of flares. There's nothing to shoot at out here. We're full on flares. We were full on flares at the last stop. How was SDCC? It was great. Did you check out the Imager gallery I linked in the Discord? And more importantly, did you see the, I think it may be the second to last or third to last, one of the very end of the pictures of me and one Miss Allison Cords. Yeah. Yeah. It was cool. You know, I told her that, you know, Resident Evil 2 was my Zen game, and she just started going on. Yep, I did get one with Caldon as well. But just started you know, going on about, you know, physical media and, you know, why Claire was my favorite. He asking me why Claire is my favorite character, asking me a bunch of questions I was not prepared for. And we had a pretty decent chat about just kind of various Resident Evil 2 topics until the next person showed up. It was really cool. She's sweet. Yeah, I got Caladad too. He's a cool guy. Swears like a sailor. Record a video message for your pound. I should have. I didn't even spring for the autograph for her though. Like, I just got the picture. It was like, I forget how much it was just for the picture, but she had a Claire, like, kind of a, she had an alright picture of you know, various Claire models, but it wasn't great. So I didn't go for the autograph. I just went for the photo op. Hell Dot, I got the autograph because that Wolverine picture is pretty good. That looks like a dude. I'm gonna have to shoot that dude with the flare gun, aren't I? But yeah, Comic-Con was great. I got a face hugger, went to a One Piece concert, met the one of the animators on the original Gundam. That face hugger looks, oh yeah, you should see, I probably can't. Well, you know what? It's probably in my OneDrive. I found a place for it. I spent like most of last night just hanging up, you know, framing and hanging up stuff. I found a place for the face hugger. Just hanging out on my window. That window just overlooks the roof to the next build, or yeah, to the building next door. So nobody's ever going to actually see it, but it looks cool from here, from the living room. Yeah, I hung up, what, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I hung up like 10 pictures last night. I was just kind of in the zone. So now my apartment is becoming nicely decorated.
Hey, you!
Oh,
what are you doing here?
Have to shoot this guy.
What is this place?
Turn back, detective. You're not wanted here.
Whoa, take it easy. I'm not your enemy.
Oh, you're wrong, detective. You're wrong.
Dude, reload the gun! Oh shit, where'd he go? Where did? Oh shit! Is that even hitting him? Where'd he go again? That works too. I was immune. I mean, I think they were hurting him. Just the biggest problem was that Carnby wasn't automatically reloading the flare gun. All right, go up the creepy stairs into the Stargate. Yes. But Kurt Russell's on the other side. I don't want to do a Stargate SG-1 rewatch on top of everything else I need to watch. Tight lid. Crystal dagger? Okay.
Of course, the Taurus. I figured you wouldn't want your stars aligned, Jeremy, or maybe that is what you need to temper that mania of yours.
Oh, so this is just a giant thing. Oh, I get it. But yeah, Comic-Con was real good. The One Piece concert was super cool. Crunchyroll did a free concert. We got in. We got better seats than maybe we should have, because if you had a Crunchyroll subscription, you got a premium wristband, and that got you into like a kind of a gated area of the venue. Well, within that gated area, there was a VIP area, and the guards there, you know, the security people, were just letting people into that area. So after we got our seats, we were like, "Hey, can we go in there? Because like their wristbands are the same as ours." So we asked them, and not even just asked them, we just kind of walked by. We showed him our wristband, walked by the guy, got in like, I think we were like 6 rows away from the very front of the venue. And like, I don't know, maybe a half hour before the concert started, we saw some, you know, management person coming out and look at the seats and look at the crowd and go, "Oh no," because I don't think we were supposed to be there, but there were too many of us to move, and it was too close to the concert to try to move any of us. So the VIPs just had to find a seat, I guess. Okay, so Usually this is something. Goes the other way. Yeah, the one unfortunate thing was that partway through the concert, you know, they had they had projectors, you know, showing clips of the show in theme with the music, and during a sing-along section, which it's difficult enough to spot read a sing-along in Japanese, but then about a half dozen of the projectors crashed and cut off like the last, you know, quarter of any particular line for the sing-along. Like there was just a column of black, you know, in the middle of the screen where we were supposed to be reading the lyrics for this sing-along. So that was unfortunate. It happened not long before intermission, and then during intermission we saw them, like, you know, raising the screen up and down, and we saw some dude with a ladder going up and trying to do the projectors, and in the end they ended up just narrowing the resolution so that none of the affected projectors were being used for the rest of the concert. So we got kind of a smaller projection than was intended. So, still very cool.
Whoa.
One of the really neat things was one of our friends out there, well, a friend of my friend, but, you know, he comes to dinner with us every Sunday after Comic-Con. He's actually in the orchestra, so we got to, like, you know, got to compliment him on the performance, and we got to hear all the behind-the-scenes chaos that was going, or, you know, from his perspective. So what am I missing here? Usually there's some indication that I've hit the right thing.
I don't believe it. A real human. Hello, human.
Hello, human. What's Smoke doing? Also, there were stairs here, right? I'm reasonably confident there were stairs here. How did I get up here? How do I get down? Where's the thing? Here we go. Yeah, Serial was asking me about that. So Rogue, she absorbs memories, personalities, and learned knowledge from people when she absorbs kind of their psyche. And when it's a mutant, she also absorbs their powers along with it. Oh, that's... Oh! Oh, that's... Aha! That's what we were supposed to do. And she hoard power. Well, other than I mean, they fade away after a time, but she can mix and match. Yes. Famously, kind of early on, the X-Men were getting their asses kicked by Nimrod, and she absorbed, I think, what, Colossus, Nightcrawler, maybe Storm and Wolverine too, but definitely Colossus and Nightcrawler. Basically, just picked up all the powers of the entire team. Oh, I gotta shoot this dude.
God's sake, stay dead, will you?
Shit, why won't you shoot? But, yeah, she used the combined powers to fight Nimrod. Dude, reload the goddamn gun! What the fuck? And we're dead. Why didn't he reload the gun the first time? Did we see this the first time? I don't think we saw this the first time. I liked this way better in Alan Wake, where if you started the reload animation and then dodged, you just instantly finished the reload animation. Whereas in this, if you interrupt the reload animation, you are just fucked.
For God's sake, stay dead, will you?
Machine gun. Yeah, we have one of those. Oh, bullshit! Boo! How's Smoke doing? How's your week been?
God's sake, stay dead, will you?
Shit! I had time to reload. gun. What is the matter with you? No! No, there's still stuff up there I want to loot. Been to all these places.
Jeremy?
Put that dagger through Jeremy's head.
I did everything! Aren't you happy? Stupid charlatan! What more do you want from me? You want me to lose my mind?
Oh, my lord! Doctor! Baptiste! Quick!
Jesus. What were you thinking, compadre?
Did we just beat the hell out of somebody we shouldn't have beat the hell out of? Oh yeah, we are going slightly mad. Yeah, I think that was Jeremy, the guy we're supposed to be getting out of here.
Mr. Conby's up.
Hey, buddy. I thought you'd be knocked out for the rest of the night. Come on out and join us, will you? I'll save you some gumbo.
Good to have you back. You gave us all a good scare.
Yeah, I'll bet.
What happened? You had a psychological breakdown. Sorry for manhandling you, but you were being violent, you see.
You stabbed Jeremy and then punched Dr. Gray.
Oh, it was Dr.
Really?
Gray.
Okay.
Jeremy's a little strange, but everything's back to normal.
Really?
All thanks to you, combat. You want to try standing up?
That is the guy from Stranger Things.
It isn't
yes.
the hero of the day. How are you feeling, Detective?
Never better.
Or the guy
How
from
about you two?
Hellboy, or the guy
Hey,
from
Jeremy, I didn't do too
Violent
much damage,
Night.
did I?
Didn't do too much damage. You stabbed him in the fucking eye.
Fine. Very quiet. What's up with him? Painkillers?
I hope he's on painkillers. You stabbed his
despite you
fucking
having
eye
the
out.
finesse of a one-eyed butcher, you managed to lobotomize dear Jeremy.
I did what?
It's actually quite impressive. It's not like I hadn't considered it myself. I just wish Jeremy could have been helped without
I
reducing
saw that
his
movie.
personality
I don't
to that
remember
of
a
an
goddamn
oyster.
thing about it.
But he's gonna live.
Of course. As long as someone keeps feeding him, he'll outlive the best of us.
Break the pact with the Dark Man. Yay! We did it. We won the game. Got last week finally. Okay, hold that thought. I'm gonna be right back and top my drink off, and then we will see where we go next. Okay, we are back. Yeah. There were 2 Ron Perlman movies, and then there was the one with this guy, and then there's a new one coming out, which they just dropped a new trailer for, I think. That looks all right, but I really liked the second one. I was kind of mid on the first one. I thought it was all right, but ending felt really rushed. But I really liked the second one. I thought the second one was great, and but yeah, I don't remember a thing about the David Harbour one. Not a single thing. I know I saw it. Could not tell you what it was about. Could not tell you if I liked or disliked any of the performances or
Does Emily know about Jeremy's condition?
anything.
Yes. She seems to be handling it quite well under the circumstances.
Okay, so we have stabbed Jeremy in the eye. That's great. What do you think about Robert? Yeah, sure. Why not? Like, I mean, okay, so this is not necessarily a creative decision. This is a, oh shit. We've invested a lot of narrative into, what's his name? Jonathan Majors, and now we can't use him anymore. So we need to do something. We need to do anything. So, you know, they're doing a find and replace for the Kang Dynasty, and just replacing the word Kang with Doom. And that's great, but now they need to establish their Doom, and they're several years behind now. Because, like, what? Major was, is it Major or Majors? Majors was, you know, introduced as Kang way back in, what, 2019? That was 5 years ago with Loki. So they are 5 years behind the ball of establishing not only their big bad, but their actor for their big bad. So at least by casting Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, they cover the part where they've established the actor. Now we know who the actor is, that's fine. Now they'll introduce him as Doom. They can skip kind of a lot of that legwork. It's not been a good run for this multiverse saga. The last 5 years we've had COVID, we've had writers' strikes, we've had actors' strikes. It's, as far as, you know, long-term movie planning goes, this has not been a good time. So compromises will need to be made, and last-minute changes need to be made. Oh yeah, and then of course losing Majors because, you know, the guy beat his girlfriend, and you know, we're not even going to get into the whole thing about whether or not Majors even deserved the sentence he got. The fact is, he got it. Now Marvel has to do something. Deadpool put it, we're at a bit of a low point, yeah. By the way, I have not seen Wolverine and Deadpool yet. I'm going to it tomorrow, so no spoilers. Could have just recasted. They could have. But, you know, we'll see where it goes. So the thing is, though, this almost works better. Because, now, we don't know anything about... Well, we don't know very much about Phase 6 yet, other than it's concluding with, you know, 2 Avengers movies, which was previously the Kang Dynasty, now it's Doomsday, and then it's Secret Wars. Now, we don't know which Secret Wars Marvel is adapting, because they've kind of set up both. Now, there are two Secret Wars. The original one from the 80s, where big omnipotent being comes down, selects a bunch of heroes and a bunch of villains, and makes them fight out on a battle world, on just a patchwork world to see, who wins, good or evil. That's the original Secret War. Then there was the more recent Secret Wars where the universe ends and all the multiverses, all the remnants of the multiverse kind of just coalesce into one kind of patchwork world that is controlled by Doom. In both of these stories, in the original Secret Wars, Doom is like, oh yeah, well I guess I'll be on the bad guy side, but also I'm gonna plot to steal the Beyonders, infinite godlike power, and I will become the Beyonder. I will become a god. And in the current Secret War, in the latest Secret Wars, Doom runs the whole show. He is the god. So Doom is the godlike figure and really kind of the final boss of both storylines. So pivoting into Doom for this arc, no matter which version of Secret Wars they adapt, because they've set up both. They've got, it's the multiverse saga, so that kind of implies that they're leading towards the later Secret Wars. But also at the end of Eternals, the big Celestial guy says, oh yeah, I'm going to come back and judge you. Which sounds a whole lot like the premise of the original Secret Wars. So it could be both, but either way, I feel like it's good that they have Doom there to throw a monkey wrench into them. And if they're bringing Tony Stark back, or not bringing Tony Stark, because they've made it clear that Robert Downey Jr. is playing Victor Von Doom. He's not playing an alternate universe Tony Stark that went evil. He's playing Victor Von Doom. So we'll see how it goes. It's a mess, but we'll see how it goes. Really, once they're through with Phase 6, once they're through with the multiverse arc, then they can just get us into the X-Men arc. We'll probably redo Dark Phoenix again. We'll have another decade of movies leading up to Dark Phoenix. Just need to get across that finish line, and then things will be cool.
Hey, Ruth. Glad to see you made it back to Derceto.
You too, Detective. Make sure to stay for the festivities. It's no Mardi Gras, but it ain't bad.
By the way, I wasn't in the room when Robert Downey Jr. was revealed. I was about, 400 or 500 yards away, watching a One Piece concert. But for the number of times I've been asked what I think about Robert Downey Jr. being cast as Doom, I really wish I was just in the room for that. Only really excited for Fantastic Four after, I think that's the only movie that's really been announced. I did get things signed. I got an autograph from Hal Dodd, the voice of Wolverine from the 90s cartoon and the 97 X-Men. I got an autograph from one of the original animators from Mobile Suit Gundam, which was super cool. And I got an autograph from Jerry Conway, who was the second person after Stan Lee to write Amazing Spider-Man. And I mostly got that one because it's been 10 years since Gary Conway has been to a Comic-Con, and he looks like he's aged about 40 years in that time. I really don't think he has a lot of years left in him. I met him, shook his hand, got my picture, got his autograph. He signed a poster for me. Gary Conway is the guy that killed Gwen Stacy. You need reference for the era of Spider-Man he wrote. Yeah, he's gotten old. So that was kind of the theme of this convention, was because, you know, in the last year or so we've lost Kevin Conroy, who I've seen but I've never met in person, and we've lost Jason David Frank, who I've never seen or met. And so this year I was like, you know what? I need to start, you know, checking these things off of my bucket list of people that I want to meet. Because if I don't, like, they're not going to be around forever.
Good to see you back on your feet, Detective. Have some gumbo.
Thanks. I'll save it for later.
No, I want gumbo now. So yeah, I got Hal Dodd's autograph. I got Gary Conway's autograph. Barry Conway's autograph. I got I don't even remember his name. He's one of the original animators on Gundam. He signed a book from Char's Counterattack for me. You'll be thinking Conroy's alive. Yeah, no, he passed. He died of cancer. What? 2 years ago? Ninja did meet Kevin. Ninja did meet Kevin Conroy. And I never will. But I did meet Allison Court, and she was a delight. Okay, can we talk to this dude?
All right, tell me, what the hell's about to happen here?
Every year we have a little turn the page ceremony by the tree.
Oh
It's
yeah, you
symbolic.
lied to Kevin
Symbol-
Conroy.
It's like life has its cycles of grief and happiness. You know? Just like a tree facing
You
the season.
lied to Batman.
Things change, but remain the same.
Oh, I did get to watch the first episode of Batman Cape Crusader a little bit early. It's out on Netflix now. I think like the whole series is out on Netflix now. So, or not Netflix, Amazon Prime. So I'll have to sit down and binge watch that. But yeah, it was good stuff. It's gonna make the incels Superman.
That is one impressive tree.
More impressive than you could ever imagine.
I don't get these two. These two, her and, like, her husband seems like a good dude, but here he is. He worries me. Conroy is the best. What's Cape Crusader about? It's Batman. It's produced by Bruce Timm. It's not a sequel, and it's not a replacement to Batman Taz, but it's an alternate animated Batman show set very early in Batman's career. Very, very pulp stories, very kind of golden age noir. Yeah, basically Batman, the younger years, things are really early off, but it's so far I've only watched the first 2 episodes. It seems to be pretty episodic. But it's good. It's good. The only thing I don't like is that they've made Bullock just an outright corrupt, dirty cop. There are other character changes in the show. Again, some of them will make the incels really mad. The one that I really just don't like is that Bullock is a dirty cop.
What are you looking for?
Just keeping an eye out for the storm. Radio says it could be a wild one.
kid. What are you up to?
Preparing for the ceremony. I don't want to disappoint Mother.
Well, that was nondescript.
What's your part in this?
I'm the Cabri Corn. It's very important. Only I can settle our debt.
You know, I had my doubts, but you are in the right place, Grace.
I think you might be right. For once.
Yeah, no, totally not ominous. So we all remember that the giant evil tree was the big boss in the first Alone in the Dark game, right? So I feel like we should be worried about this. Just throw the fire.
So how does
yeah.
this all work? You dance around chanting? For the ritual, I mean?
Stay and find out, Detective. It might just do you good.
You haven't seen Emily, have you?
No, Detective. I haven't.
You don't know where Emily is, do you?
She's packing some of Jeremy's things. Said she wanted to take them away. I'm sure she'll come and get you when she's ready.
Get some of that gumbo now?
Seems like everyone's in a pretty good mood.
The Eve of St. John is the most important date of the whole year. It's the only day when the black goat of the woods tends to her young.
The hell does that mean?
I'm gonna go look for Emily.
Don't worry about her. She wouldn't leave without you, would she?
I mean, she might. Let's take the gumbo for yourself.
You seen Emily around?
I saw her packing some things into that old jalopy you arrived in about an hour ago. I'm sure she hasn't given up on you yet.
Calling a jalopy.
Catch you later.
Looking forward to it, Detective.
Does she still want to take Jeremy away from Derceto?
I will have to insist that you do. This is not that kind of institution.
Jeremy, hang on for a little longer, okay? We'll be going back to New Orleans soon.
Oh, good. I do so miss the city lights.
Yeah, you're probably gonna miss about half of them, considering we stabbed your fucking eye out.
Everyone knows what to do? Y'all know the new words.
Mrs. Thompson, we talked about this. I'm not sure everyone is comfortable.
Doctor, I insist. This is important. We've waited for so long, Doctor.
Let's just go with the old song. Not every change is an improvement.
Boss, good or bad, we need to move forward.
All in, Doc. Let's bet it all.
But we don't know what we're dealing with.
It'll be okay, Doctor. Better even.
Hell, their praises and abundance to the black goat of the woods. Hear us, Mother. Take pity on us. take pity on us.
Hear us, and take pity on us.
Hear us, Mother, and take pity on us. Take pity on us.
No, that's probably not. Nope, nope.
Stop! Are you crazy?
This here's what needs to happen, Carpet.
Grace, stop!
Yeah! Shoot the ground! Yeah! Shoot the ground!
Stop in the ground! Stop! Detective, get my uncle out of here.
But also, you know, save the little girl that's being hung.
Come with me! Get over here!
Okay, there we
Jeremy,
go.
come with me! Jeremy, come here!
No! There has to be a doctor blood!
Uh-oh.
Jeremy! Come on.
Oh, shit! Alright, so... the tree is a monster.
I can't let that monster leave Derceto. I have to stop it.
Oh good, we have a drink. What else do we have? No, we don't have a lot of machine gun rounds because we couldn't loot the last area. Also, where did we go? Ah. Ram? Ram. Oh good, machine gunner. Debris? No, screw the debris. We'll take the axe. Give me my axe back. This feels pretty final bossy. Oh my god, reload the flare gun, Carnby. Yeah. What do we think? Think maybe that thing there? Oh my god, Carnby! two? What am I supposed to be shooting here? Not that. Oh, we got ads. Okay. Oh shit! Oh wow, we're dead already. Alright. Here we go, round two. Points. Oh shit! What the fuck? Stop it! Stop it! Oh, cool. Crucifix. What? Ah, why won't he just reload the fucking gun? God, it takes forever. Alright, come on. Still. Oh shit. Oh. Reload. Jesus. God damn it! Why? Why does it take so long to reload? Hey, Clem. Not alone in the dark. Alright, we do it again. Hold still. Not worth it. Excuse you? Load, please. Reload! Christ! God damn, what do you want, game? This boss fight kinda sucks. Alright, we do it again. Like, yeah, I get it. Shoot the little pustule things. Can we move on? Show me your pustules. see a way to hurt this thing. Ow! Jit! What the fuck? What do you want from me, game? It was down. This has stopped being fun. Just sitting there soaking up damage. Not dying. Spawning infinite ads. Come on. Get up. Get up. Ow, what the fuck hit me? Seriously? I was at probably close to full health. Shoot the ulcer. Yeah, but you shoot the ulcers, it just spawns more ads and doesn't die. Forever and a day to reload does not help. Show me your weak points, you piece of shit. Okay, what? I'm absolutely hitting those. Now what? Jesus, come on. Reload. Oh shit. Oh, did we get it? Criminy. Yeah, that fight sucked.
Detective,
What the hell was that?
I tried to
The
tell you.
hell was that?
There was so much evidence. Their devotion to the Black Goat was like nothing I've ever seen before. I felt so dumb believing any of it, but I'm glad I did.
Are you okay?
Does he look okay?
Everything is out of order. This isn't the way the story goes. I shouldn't be alive.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome, buddy.
How are you doing, sweetie?
I kinda like it. You ruined everything, but I'm not mad.
All right, you ready to head back to New Orleans?
Come on,
Yeah,
Jeremy.
I hope
We're
so.
leaving.
Can I come?
I thought you said you didn't need saving.
Don't leave her. She's important.
Of course we're taking her with us.
Yay, I'm important.
Now, canonically, Carnby is completely wasted right now. I mean, he took like 5 shots during that fight. Please. Okay, so I guess that is the end of Carnby's game. Case closed. Save New Orleans from the Black Goat. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of right where the reviews are with this game. This was all right. Some of the stuff was pretty cool. I liked the puzzle solving aspect of it all. Combat definitely leaves a bit to be desired, but overall it was a good time. Except that last boss fight, that was just asinine. The kid's gonna drive. Yeah, I wish this had done better, and I wish that, you know, they the studio that made this didn't get shut down. And I want more games like this. I just want more games that are like this, but better. But you know, if this is the best we're going to get, since Capcom has no interest in doing survival horror anymore, you know, you kind of, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And this was cool. It was cool. Wasn't the last game? I mean, yeah, this was definitely not the last game, although really it's just the same refrain we've had since day 1 of the series. Good ideas, not necessarily the greatest execution. This has been true for the first game. This was true for the New Nightmare. This was true for Inferno, and this is true for this game too. You know, solid ideas, not always the best execution, but I really did like all the puzzle stuff. Like, that was all really cool. Not super difficult. I mean, obviously, you know, I wasn't spending hours running around trying to figure out which piece of the puzzle I was missing. Oh, hey, Paul Mercer was Jeremy. Huh, go figure. But yeah, I mean, the puzzles weren't super hard. They were just the right level of difficulty. They were just difficult enough. Oh, hey, Yuri Lowenthal. They were just difficult enough to make you feel like, you know, you really did figure something out, as opposed to just, you know, the game spoon feeding the answer to you. So that aspect I did like. The environments are very cool. Some of the scares were cool. I liked how you gradually unlocked more and more of the mansion. And then, you know, there was a definite formula to it. You unlock something of the mansion, you find a puzzle to deal with the I don't know what you call it, the compass thing, the little dial thing. And then you go into an imaginary reality zone, go through kind of a linear action scene, then come back out to the mansion and unlock more of it. I mean, it was a good formula. Little linear, but yeah, sure. Although, now that I think about it, those statues on the second floor, they never amounted to shit, did they? The whole game paranoid that those statues were gonna, like, you know, weeping angel me. And they never amounted to anything at all. Huh. Maybe in Emily's game. Regardless, good game. Glad to have something of this vein of game out there. Also, this game is, I think, 50% off right now on Steam. There's a big THQ sale on right now, so for $30, yeah, I'd say well worth it. And also, while we're out there, you subscribe to me right now, you can get 3 months of free Apple TV. So, that's, you know, that's, you can watch Ted Lasso. You can see what all the hubbub is about that. I love Ted Lasso. I need to finish up the series. I've watched, like, the first 2 seasons. Yeah, but see, you don't use Apple TV because you don't have a subscription. If you subscribe to me right now, get 3 months for free. Actually, 3 months and a week. Yeah, they got the Godzilla spin-off Monarch series. Check that out. There's a handful of movies. There's that movie with what is it? Chris Evans? You have a shit ton of Apple products and no see I'm the exact opposite. I have 0 Apple products. I don't have any Apple products for anything. Every time Apple TV like produces a movie or a TV show, I'm like, man, that makes me wish I had Apple TV. And then I don't subscribe to Apple TV because fuck Apple. And seriously, fuck Apple as a company. But they have produced a lot of movies and television that I do kind of want to watch. So, just say it. Subscribe to me right now and get 3 months of Apple TV for free. You can stick it to Amazon and you can stick it to Bill Gates and, well, I mean, Bill Gates is, or not Bill Gates, the other guy. Steve Jobs, he's dead. Either way, you can stick it to Apple. I'm going to watch the Godzilla series. There's probably a handful of other movies. Concur. Or, okay, what's Ninja's alternative? You can stick it to either of them, still not pay a thing, because you're using someone else's account, so you don't give them shit and still win. Fair enough. I'm just saying, Ted Lasso is really good. At least the seasons I've seen. I'm excited to watch more of it. It's weird. That was a show I was watching with my ex, and now it's going to be weird because, like, you know, obviously I'm not going to watch the rest of it with her. So I either just never watch the show again or I finish it without her. That's weird. Ted Lasso is good. And Monarch, you know, I'm interested in seeing what the Godzilla TV series is. It's a you should. There are a handful of shows that I have not caught up on simply because I was watching them with my Only Murders in the Building. I haven't watched the third season of that. And probably a handful of others. Do more watch party. Watch those memories out of the brain. Yeah, no. I'd do the watch parties if I thought anybody would show up for them. Music going. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, this was an alright game. Alright game. You enjoy the Halloween let's put on a movie and play spooky game streams? Yeah, those are fun. I do sometimes still get dinged for copyright on those though. Like, okay, so Night of the Living Dead is a public domain movie. However, the music in The Night of the Living Dead is apparently copyrighted. Go figure. How does that work? But yeah, what? I got Nosferatu. I think we did that one last year. We did that weird one with what's his name? Christopher Lee and Arkin from Star Wars. Here we go. We have unlocked New Game Plus. You can now play with all weapons unlocked, deadlier combat, and some new surprises when starting a new game. Alright, well, let's do that. I'm gonna go refill what's left of my drink real quick. And then we'll start up on Emily's scenario. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Alright, we're back. Oh. Do we continue or we do New Game Plus? What happens if we continue? Do we start at our last autosave? We do. Okay, screw that. Start a New Game Plus with all weapons unlocked, deadlier combat, and some new surprises. For help provided to make the experience smoother and easier, including hints and helpful highlights. For those who want to figure out everything for themselves, no extra systems to guide the player. Let's go!
My
hey, that's the end of the game. Emily Hartwood.
Hello?
It's so quiet. Where is everyone?
It's a big place. Maybe they're on the other
I mean,
side of
they
the house.
figure, hey, you've seen this already.
Stay here. I'll have a look.
Wait. Okay. Emily has a Tommy gun. Never leave home without it. Yeah, that's right.
It's so dark in here, I can't see anything.
Need to find the light. Oh. Seeing anything we can pick up. Ah.
What's this?
I feel like this is the same stuff that Carnby did. This is the same stuff that Carnby did. Wait, is this like a Resident Evil 1 thing where both characters just kind of do the same thing? They don't have their own individual areas?
This must be older than Derceto. They've built the house around it.
You should tell me now, then you should tell me now. What are you going to tell me now? The ending will be... Oh, really? It's not, Dual Snare? Oh, but there are 3 secret endings. 1 for Emily, 2 for Carnby. Oh! Interesting. But otherwise, it's the same game for both players. It's not a proper
I'll just
A and
take
B
this.
scenario kind of thing.
Every day your silence weighs a little heavier. It's been a difficult year for everyone, and many have lost all hope. I read in the papers about people suffering. Pictures of dust-covered landscapes without a drop of water. I wish I knew if you were still tending the earth or if you had turned your back against us. I have started to look for help elsewhere. I pray you will tell me if I am going down a path that you find disagreeable. With help from Baptiste and Charlotte, I found comfort in the practice of the voodoo. I have long been skeptical
we'll
of
go
that
through it
Caribbean
regardless.
cult, but it's been of good use to me.
That is
It
kind of
seems all
disappointing.
harmless in my book.
Disappointing.
I say some words dreamt up by the Creoles, and I carry around a small pocket of gree-gree. Nothing of this is mentioned in the Bible, of
It's
course,
like it
but
seems
the
through
French
Carmby's
Quarter
game that
priestess tells me
you know,
it's all
Emily's doing
connected. She
her own
says
thing
the
throughout.
Christian God is just one more perspective on the creator of things. That's what I like to think, but the other way around. That the spirits of her faith are just aspects of you, our Heavenly Father. I am so grateful for the words you gave Mr. Hartwood. We will sing your praises at St. John's Eve. The world will be blessed soon again. Only the sacrifices of the Old Testament compare to your demands. Let it be the truth. A mother of earth, wood, and dirt. A mother of 1,000 young.
Sacred sand, $1. Black cat oil, $1.50. Devil shoestrings, a quarter. That makes $2.75, madame.
What was that you were telling the doctor? A goat without horns. What does that mean?
What does
you
that
must have misheard me, madame. I said no such thing.
Please, I know I don't look like any of you, but I'm devout. I'm ready to do what it takes.
Do not be so eager to sacrifice the few things you have left, madame. Now please, leave my store.
A goat without horns.
Emily regains health by drinking too. Drunks, that's right. mean, this was like, I don't know.
Please do not touch the boiler.
2 months
It
ago?
is
This
working
may as
after
well
all.
be new for me, too.
While the sabotage has caused a leak, only the decorative plate has been completely ruined. Let's wait for Mr. Chance to turn up and he can take a look at the leak. Mr. Waits.
So we can't go through the boiler room. Sure, giving me a lot of flares.
What's this?
Sunday, June 22nd. I spent all day looking for Jeremy. I should have cared for the others.
Teak the Gamer once uncovered a government conspiracy that rocked the foundations of society,
Sandra's
but
upset
never
I
did
didn't
find
give her
that
the
pig.
latest shipment of pain medication
Howdy,
that
Flame.
Waits brought from the post office yesterday.
How is the
I
weekend
would have given
treating
it to
you?
her, but the company didn't send a new key this time around, so the box is just sitting there on the desk. They must have figured we had plenty of their gimmicky keys by now.
So close.
I only remember seeing one lately. Grace was playing with it inside the grand parlor. Unless it turns up by itself, it will have to wait. I have to figure out where Jeremy is. I think Jack knew something. That dog of his found a strange rot permeating the house. She's showing us, he said. Like those blots and streaks of fetid rot was talking to him.
Welcome to Die. I think... I don't remember if either that is a result, or I tried that and...
What is a
hedgehog?
It didn't work out for me. I think Welcome to Die is in there somewhere. Yep, there's only one way to find out.
I need the key.
Checking out these Castlevania revamped things. Oh, cool. I have that. I'm really kind of looking for an opportunity to play that.
Teak the Gamer has a penis so incredibly large that it has been mistaken for a Major League Baseball bat on 3 separate occasions.
It looks important.
White people taco night. A white people taco night. It's not limited to only white people, but white people love it the most.
Whoa. I need the key.
Had tacos in a while. I've been, I had nachos last night, and then probably, maybe tonight after stream, I'm probably going to heat up some of the leftover stuff from that and just make a dip out of it. And maybe tomorrow or Sunday, I'll probably make more Tex-Mex stuff. I'm on a real Tex-Mex kick kick right now.
The Great Depression. President Hoover raises tariffs on over 20,000 imported goods in an act to protect American labor. Following the collapse of the Wall Street stock market on October 24 last year, American industry has suffered greatly. Thousands of companies have gone bankrupt and left a large part of the American workforce unemployed. In an attempt to turn the tide, the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act has been signed by President Herbert Hoover. By regulating commerce with foreign countries, the government hopes to encourage the industries of the United States to compete with cheap foreign imports. Superstition on rise. New Orleans voodoo stores and spiritual mediums see increased profit during troubled times. While the market has faced hard times ever since Black Thursday of last year, voodoo doctors and snake charmers see significant rise in number of customers. With the coming Eve of St. John on the 23rd, the police expect increased cult activity around Bayou St. John, the southern shore of Lake Pontchartrain. Voodoo rituals in that area on the Eve of St. John have a long tradition reaching back to the first snake worshippers brought as slaves from West Africa. During the 19th century, its practice was popularized by the legendary Marie Laveau, and has since been embraced by many of the Creoles and a surviving aristocracy of the French Quarter. Author seeks asylum. Rumors regarding author Cassandra Beauregard making Derceto her home verified. Derceto Hospital is an old plantation building on the eastern shores of Lake Pontchartrain. While often considered an asylum for the insane, residing Dr. Elmore Lee Gray prefers to think of it as a convalescent home, a place where you can go to rest. The patient list is kept secret, but thought to include many of the black sheep of wealthy families, because at Derceto, treatment does not come for free. Local author Cassandra Beauregard has now been confirmed by her own admission. She's been lauded as a powerful Creole voice and written many successful books. Lately it was reported from Hollywood that she has finished a moving picture manuscript titled Slaughter Gulch. That film is set to hit the theaters next year.
Oh, he was a kid. Okay, so it's been a while since you've been to Mexico. Never been to Mexico. My family took a trip to Mexico once, kind of over Christmas vacation, and I stayed home to watch the farm and play Twilight Princess on the GameCube. It was a great holiday. I was home all alone by myself. I just had the whole place to myself. I just sat at my computer and set up a TV next to the computer, and I played Twilight Princess, and I surfed on the internet, and I was completely alone, and who knew that that would be basically the rest of my life? I've only ever left the country once, and that was my trip to Japan in 2019. Ever left the country? I thought you just said you took a trip to Mexico. Or did your brother take a trip to Mexico?
Wait, don't.
Where did this guy come from?
Excuse me? Do you know where I can find Jeremy Hartwood?
Of course not.
McCarthy, what are you doing? I told you not to lose sight of the girl.
Don't you worry, Mags. I'll find that little rascal.
Who are you people? What are you doing here?
I'm sorry about all this, but I'm looking for my uncle. His name is Jeremy Hartwood.
What are you doing, child? You
Why I
shouldn't
won't
be
go back to
alone.
Arizona.
Go find McCarthy.
I'm worried
Who are
I still
you?
have a ticket
Are
out
you
for
here
me
for
for
the
getting caught by a
Go-Go?
speed camera
Go
10 years
upstairs
ago.
now.
My name is Emily Hartwood. I'm the niece of Jeremy Hartwood. This is Detective Carnby.
The police? Why are you here?
No, I'm a private investigator. Sorry to bother you. My client's worried about her uncle. He's a patient here
Wanted
at
in
your center.
Arizona.
If you don't mind, could you direct us where to find him?
No, I can't. Jeremy has gone missing. If you leave your information, I will make sure to contact you.
Wait, he ran away?
No, he won't leave the house. He's around here somewhere, and both of our orderlies are looking for him.
That's unacceptable. Where's Dr. Gray? I want to speak with him immediately.
Fine, I'll ask him. Wait here and don't
Fastest
touch
man
anything.
alive. Yep, that's right. That's what they call me in Arizona. Which is funny because I actually have not one, but two friends that have relatively
see
recently
Jeremy's room?
relocated to Arizona.
Can you show us?
Follow me.
Now I can't visit them because I'm a wanted man.
Thank you.
Wait, did you just stick her tongue out at us?
Strange kid.
Let's look around, see what we can find.
Gamer. Teak. The gamer.
What kind of stuff are we looking for? I've never been part of an investigation before.
Letters, diaries, receipts, all sorts of notes.
But regardless,
I've
how
read
is
about police
how is
analyzing
Flame
teeth
doing?
marks and
How's
blood
your week
samples and
been?
fingerprints to find criminals. Is that something you can do?
No, that sounds more like the way the Bureau of Investigation does things. But, you know, if you do find teeth or blood, it's still worth mentioning.
We should talk to Dr. Gray when we're done here. He is the one who runs the hospital. He must know something about what's happened.
Yeah, I just want to get a feel of what we're dealing with here first.
Of course.
Basically, when you play as Carnby, you're running around losing your entire mind. Emily's just like, yeah, okay, great, sure. And in Emily's campaign, it's the other way around.
Every night the dark man stands opaque at the threshold of my room, counting the days until my spirit spills out of my tired shape. Only his pallid mask shelters my remaining sanity. Staring directly into the face of that demonic sultan would surely sunder time itself. Would he have looked the same to my father as he struggled for his life? Does his veiled face haunt my niece quite the same way? I wish so that I could rest my soul in that sunburnt convent of Tarawea. Would I find you there, Juan? Or Senora Perosi, back from the beyond? Every night I hide from him, moving from one misshapen memory to another. Scenes conjured out of fantasy and delirium. Places I struggle to even paint. I wish I understood your death, Senora. Is there anything I could do for you but bury you in that bleak necropolis? That triumphant chapel rising above the ledges and the oven vaults shall be your sepulchre, where you may rest, and I shall weep. How did you first come to understand such things, Senora? How did you know that the battered boil in the basement would lead me to Lafayette Cemetery? or how the old upstairs
But listening to Jeremy talk.
astronomical motifs would take me to that hateful mound outside of Claremont Harbor. Those are my memories, my past. Is there perhaps a chance, if ever so small, for me to see Tarawaya? Oh, I want that more than anything. Please, let my talisman take me there. Let me
Facehuggers are gonna
sit
be
with
on my
Juan
face.
under his Bodhi tree.
Oh no, it's still up in the window.
Despite having sold me that
Although-
talisman, Miss Jackson, the voodoo priestess,
Okay, so-
revealed none of her secrets to me.
After the
That's why
panel,
I had
like
to travel to Tonka.
I got a pair of
Instead,
facehuggers,
She
and
cruelly
each of
told
my
Baptiste,
friends
my caretaker, that
got
he
some
would be
facehuggers,
betrayed,
and then we went out to
killed
dinner.
in the most awful
And
way.
one of my friends has
That the
a
one he
latex
loved would
allergy,
pierce
so it's
his
like,
thigh with a
okay, well, you know
sharp
what? I'll
spear,
just hang on to
and
your
that he would
guys'
be devoured by
facehuggers.
his own mother.
Just put them in my
What a
bag,
terrible thing to say.
and we'll sort it out after dinner. So, we go out to dinner. We have some Thai food. By the way, went to this Thai place. I asked for the hot Thai food. They were like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm sure. Give me the hot Thai food." They were like, "Okay." And they gave me the white man handicap. They gave me white man hot Thai food, which is bullshit. I've made hotter chili than what they gave me. I mean, it was fine. It was all right. It was spicy. I could taste the spice. I could feel the heat, but it was not hot Thai food. And the guy comes over and says, "How'd you like it?" And I go, "You held back." He's like, he didn't deny it. He was like, "Well, you did really good. We're very proud of you." He's like, "Yeah, but I ordered fucking hot Thai food and you gave me, medium at best." So, they underestimated me. It was still fine. It was fine food, but I asked for hot and they gave me medium. I'm not okay.
The dock man offered me a prison. And I
This shit the best you got? Yeah, really.
I signed that miscarried contract and entered the Dark Pact. Everyone is safe, except for me.
Flame's fault.
Have you ever seen anything like this? Looks like a talisman.
You mean like this one?
Can you find me a knife to cut the canvas? I want to take this with me.
You want to take the painting? Sure, I'll find one.
Oh, we're going slightly mad. We're going slightly mad. It finally happened.
I found this tube as well. Should keep it safe for you. Do you want to carry it or should I? Miss Hartwood. Emily?
I'll take it. Thank you.
We're done here, right?
I'm not sure. I don't know how to do any of this.
Listen, I think we should talk to Dr. Gray. He must know something about what's going on around here.
Okay. Let's do that.
Come
so
on, I
that's
don't
why
want to
she
be here
has
all
the
night.
poster tube on her back the whole game.
Detective Carnby? Where did... What on earth is happening? What is this place?
I like that we can't go through the store because there's a broom angled up against it. The only reason. There's a broom on the door, so, you know, we can't possibly move it. What the hell was that thing? Well, we're almost out of ammo. Oh, good. One bullet.
This can't be.
Emily, is that you?
Baptiste?
How'd you get here?
I was back at Dorsetto. Looking for my Uncle Jeremy?
Why were you choking me? That usually doesn't come until later.
Why would you? You're still working at Dorsetto?
Yeah, both me and Lottie stuck around. We're real orderlies now. You remember my sister Lottie, don't you?
What happened, Baptiste? How are we here?
You know about the dark man haunting your uncle?
I'm familiar with his mental state.
I think we all in his head somehow. Because these streets are real, but they're not like on any map. Nah, this is like when you remember something, but in the wrong way.
Do you know how to get back to Dorsetto? I'm not safe here.
Truer words have yet been spoken, Mrs. Marcus.
Don't call me that. It's Miss Emily Hartwood. There's no reason to call me anything else.
I'm sorry, Miss Emily. I'm just trying to tell you like it is. This place ain't safe for no one. There's evil hiding in the dark.
How do I get back?
Only Jeremy knows how. He has this juju necklace guiding him.
You mean this talisman?
Mm-hmm. Just like it. He says it's been protecting him ever since he got it from Miss Jackson down the street.
You know where it came from? Have you been there?
I was there no more than 1 hour ago looking for Jeremy. Locked it up to keep the ghouls from getting inside. You can have the key if you want.
Thank you. I'll take a look.
Stay safe, miss.
Are you staying here?
For a while. Want to see if Jeremy shows up.
Your sister. She also works at Dorsetto?
Yeah, she the one who got us jobs.
Well, it's his sister, not his wife.
Be careful, okay?
You said it, miss.
This must be Miss Jackson's place. Let's see if we can find out more about Jeremy's talisman. It looks exactly like Jeremy's talisman.
Yay! We have the talisman. Okay, guess we can't go that way.
I think it's meant to hold the talisman. I'm not sure what numbers I should use. Maybe there's something in Jeremy's notes.
3, 5, and 8.
What's that picture in the glass? Where is that?
Good to see you again, Miss Hartwood. Mrs. Thompson told me you were here. She also alerted me that you brought a detective with you. I'm very curious to hear what this is all about. You don't remember me, do you, Miss Hartwood? We met at your family's house in the Garden District, when your uncle was about to be admitted under my care.
No, I remember. Sorry. I'm not really feeling well.
Oh, well, in that case, have a seat. Let me make you a drink. I don't seem to have made much of an impression on you. On the other hand, I can vividly recall you and your parents.
Because of our cheerful disposition, I'm sure.
You are far too intelligent to think that. You come from a joyless family, Miss Hartwood.
Ouch.
The only amusement I took from my visit was discovering that the young lady's drink was an old-fashioned.
Very astute. Is that supposed to make you seem attentive or intelligent?
Whatever you prefer. Are you ready to tell me why you are here, Miss Hartwood? And why you brought a detective?
I received a letter from my uncle. He seemed certain that he was in danger here. If I find out you're treating him badly, I'll be taking him back with me to New Orleans.
Really? Is he going to live with you in your tiny garçonniere? That would be a spectacular way to ratify your spinsterhood. Because you are well aware that your father would never let him back in his house. No, I have it. Maybe you can bring him back up north. You've been wanting to move back for quite a few years, haven't you?
Damn,
you always
this guy
preferred your
knows us.
mother's side of the family. Jeremy is free to leave with you. I won't object. However, there is one problem, as you might have learned. He is, in fact, missing.
Do you know where he could have gone?
No, I'm afraid I don't. I have my staff looking for him. I'm sure he will show up eventually. Especially if he learns that you are here. He is quite fond of you.
What can you tell me about his condition? I never heard a proper diagnosis. What is your medical opinion of him?
Well, let me think. He is an anxious man, depressed, even. He suffers from a perceived lack of order in his inner and outer life. He constantly complains about events not presenting themselves according to their divine nature.
And the Dark Man?
Hard to tell if it was ever anything specific. Jeremy uses the Dark Man as a psychological scapegoat to avoid facing the truth that he is in any way at fault.
You don't think there can be any truth to the Dark Man's supernatural existence?
Why would you ask that?
Can we ever be sure?
If the Dark Man is some sort of evil presence that is in possession of Jeremy?
Well,
I assure you, any evidence that you experience supporting that claim is purely delusional. Don't get caught up in mass hysteria, Miss Hartwood. You wouldn't want to take your uncle's place in this hospital, would you?
I'll be leaving now, Doctor. I need to keep looking for my uncle.
Do so, Miss Hartwood. I'll let you know if he shows up.
Rude.
Detective Carnby! God, I'm glad to see you. I was afraid you had left.
Me?
You're the one who just disappeared.
It's hard to explain. I think I blacked out. It was like I went somewhere else.
It's okay, miss. You're clearly upset.
No, I don't know what's happening.
This is a very stressful situation for you, I understand.
Ugh, no, you don't understand.
Just take a deep breath. Why don't you sit down, smoke some of the Perique? If you want, I could even drive you back to New Orleans. I just want to have a talk with Dr. Gray first.
I want to stay. I found a talisman just like the one in the painting. I think I might be able to figure out where Tarawea is, where Jeremy wanted to go.
That's great. Just stay out of trouble, okay? Let me handle the investigation.
I'm not crazy, Detective. Not yet.
Okay, catch you later.
Alright, well,
If a talisman like this can
it
open up
is
doors
10
between the
o'clock.
French Quarter
I know
and
I usually
Derceto,
go a little
then
later,
maybe
but I do
Jeremy is
get up
hiding in some
early in the
strange
morning.
other world,
Work,
like Tarawea.
so
The place he
figured
mentioned
this is
in the book.
a pretty good place
No
to
matter
leave
where
off.
he is, it's clear that my search won't be limited
We
to
will
Derceto.
continue on with Emily's campaign next week. And tomorrow may or may not be home in time for a stream. Not entirely sure what I am going to stream on Saturday or Sunday. So still kind of have to work that out. But yeah, come back next week where we will continue on Dragon Quest VIII. We will on Wednesday kick into Samurai Showdown, which jumped up to the top of the charts for Backlog Wednesday. Then we will continue on in Emily's campaign on Friday. But in the meantime, I hope you had a lovely week. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I'm probably be back at some point this weekend playing something or other. So we will find out then. But meantime, have a lovely weekend, and I will see you next time. Hey, that was fun now, wasn't it? Did you like the part where that thing happened and I was all, well, you know. Anyway, thanks for watching the stream today. Whether you were in on the chat or just lurking, I hope you had a good time. I play a variety of games, so come back another time to see what I'm working on next. You can also join my Discord to get announcements on what I've got coming up, or just hang out and chat. In any case, that's it for me for now. Thanks again for watching. I hope you come back another time, and until then, have a great day.